Hello and welcome to the Scott Sportscast. I am your host, Alex A. Scott. As always, today we have an episode of the Scott Sportscast Fantasy Football League Week 1 review / Week 2 predictions. We're going to take a look at what happened during Week 1, and a lot happened. I don't really want to talk about it, but I guess we're going to have to. So I want to introduce my co-hosts here, George Scott and True Daisy Thompson. How you boys doing?
Yo, what's going on, everybody?
What up? How's your days going? True, how's your day? You're on mute, bud.
Okay. Hey, what's up? Hey, day's going good. Every day above ground's a good day.
That's right.
Yep. Sun's kind of shun today, you know.
Yeah. It's a little nice earlier.
Beautiful, smoky, fiery day here in California. No, we're getting through this air quality, so we're we're ready to get some football in and get our minds off of these fires and air quality here.
Oh yeah, definitely. So, as we all know, Week 1 was last week, and in an 8-man league, that means there's 4 losers. So, we have the first matchup. Your host, the one that boasted himself straight into the rear of the pack. Not a very good performance on that part for some of my guys here. But the 831 Super Saiyan, super cool Marmodins, they had themselves a pretty good week. We had the first pick in the draft taking on the second pick, and first pick won. So let's take a look at what happened. Patrick Mahomes outplayed Drew Brees by about 5-6 points here. So, you know, kind of expected. I expected Mahomes to go off for about 22 to 25 points. But I also expected that out of Drew Brees. I expected 22 points from Brees, and that one didn't happen. My son, Christian McCaffrey, he came out to play. So he did well. The rookie on the Kansas City Chiefs, the running back, man, he had himself a day. Actually, he ran really well, made some people miss, got himself some on the board. Oh, didn't expect that from the rookie. I thought that was going to be closer to a 9 or 10 point, like my guys ended up getting. Yeah, my receivers, Tyreek Hill at a certain point of the game was just sitting there like, hey, can I play, guys? Like, I'm open too. Throw me the ball. So he finally got a TD late, which doubled his score, which was very nice. And I think that the biggest player or, you know, matchup that really determined this week was the defense. Who would have thought the Bears defense only put up 8 points? Well, the Patriots defense put up 22. So I mean that's half of the 30 points right there. It's that was probably the key matchup.
More than half, buddy. It's about 2/3 more.
17 points. That's a lot. So
yeah.
But that's all right. That's why we play fantasy football, because we never know.
Yep.
Never know. And I had no backup, so it was all in on the Bears defense, and they started slow. So let's move on to our next matchup here. And I'm going to let Yaga Man take this one away and also levels to the game.
All right. So this week we had the Yaga Man take on the Bravehearts, in which the Bravehearts ended up taking this victory here, 86-113. Looks like the big difference here in this game was quarterback. Carson
Most
Wentz
definitely.
putting up a couple points, and then you got Russell Wilson going off for, 30 what was it, 36, 38?
Yep. Went off,
So,
I think, 4 touchdowns or something like that.
everything else
good.
relatively pretty close. Everything.
Yeah, that was 36 for Russ.
I feel like neither of our teams hit their potential. I feel like our could get up there in those upper 140, 150
Agreed.
type instantly. So
Yeah.
it's going to be how these injuries and everything in week 2 is gonna switch up for our teams here.
Mm-hmm.
So we got our third matchup here. Bang Bang Niner Gang took on Big Mick Scott Lombardi in a 142 victory for Bang Bang Niner Gang to Mick, I can't even say it now. Mick Scott.
Big Mick
Wait.
Scott Lombardi.
Big. That's what I was missing. I was in the big. There we go. Big Mick Scott Lombardi's 113. So pretty decisive victory here. We take a look over here at our matchup. Looks like quarterbacks were pretty close. The big difference here was Davante Adams, insane, 32 points. That was a real difference maker here in this week. But Calvin Ridley having a solid 27 points as well from the Atlanta Falcons to try to even it out. So
I like how Davante Adams went big on the Packers fan. How do you like it? Davante Adams putting touchdowns up on you all the time, huh? Oh, that kid's good. Right here, hometown hero. No, with Fresno State. So
and in the last matchup of week 1, we had What in the Hell take on Mariota Had a Little Lamb in the biggest victory of the week, 96-150. So this was a shell lacking here. Let's see. The main difference was everywhere. We had 31 points from Lamar Jackson to Carr's 19. 19 points for the running back Alvin Kamara compared to James Conner's 2 points. So there was a lot of big time mismatches here. Yeah, true decisive win. What in the hell? Claimed the top spot. So
well, you're also yeah. I mean, I don't think he would have won anyways with that score that Jeremy put up. But
yeah.
right here, you got James Conner. You have to believe he got hurt.
All right. So
Yeah, he lost a couple players. So this one looks like he just hit some injuries.
yeah, this is a year of injuries, a year of sickness. Definitely not the year of health. So we gotta make sure our rosters are always next man up mentality. So if we look at our standings here, we got What in the Hell coming in first, 1-0. Bang Bang Niner Gang taking second. 831 Mermerians third. Bravehearts coming in at that fourth spot. Then we have Big Mick Scott Lombardi coming in at 5th. The host at Boast at 6. Mariota Had a Little Lamb at 7. And your boy, the Yaga Man, closing it out with that number 8 spot. So let's go ahead. Why don't you talk us through the first matchup here in week 1? Alex.
Well, you know where we're going to start. We're going to start with me. No, actually, let's start with the one that's on. Let's go 831 Marmadins taking on What in the Hell. So we have the two ones that are undefeated going against each other. Both of them had a pretty good week, 136 and 150. You know, those are solid scores. Well, 150 especially. But 136, man, that's tough to compete with on a week-to-week basis. So let's take a look at some of these players. Yeah, I mean, like, we got Patrick Mahomes versus Lamar Jackson at quarterback. That's going to be a good matchup. I expect 20 plus points from both of those QBs. I don't know about Todd Gurley.
So we got,
Like I said,
What'd you say?
told you. You don't know about Todd Gurley, man.
It's like they have him on a pitch count, you know, every night.
Mm-hmm. Every night. Ever since.
Since that tragic day
Those days.
when they went to Soldier Field. Todd Gurley had his first taste of 28-degree weather. No.
all right. So
Not true.
So we got Todd Gurley, and then we got Edwards Hilaire, and for what for 831 Meridian he chose the easiest name.
Myrmidons.
Myrmidons. So I'm gonna pull up some ancient Greek next time he needs something written down. So anyway, we got these two running backs, Gurley and Edward Shalai, taking on Alvin Kamara and Chris Carson. It's a pretty good matchup here at the running backs. I feel that's going to be pretty even. Then you got Julio Jones and Juju Smith-Schuster taking on DeAndre Hopkins and Cooper Kupp, which, again, another interesting matchup here. Then we're going to go with tight ends. We got Evan Ingram taking on Rob Gronkowski. So when it comes – and then our flex, we have Raheem Mostert and Will Fuller. So I feel this is going to be a very, very close matchup. I can see it going either way. Whoever pops off first can definitely get this victory.
Gronk to me feels like the wild card.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Gronk's not really being used yet in that Tampa offense, so I don't know.
Well, he just had
Make a
time
switch.
off. And then the weirdest offseason ever. And it's like you got to get used to game speed, you know? Like and whenever you're out longer, it takes longer for you to get used to it.
Yeah, and he signed pretty late into the season as well. All right. So, who are you guys taking in this one?
Since I'm still salty from last week, I'm calling let's go what in the hell? What in the hell? Let's go what in the hell?
Taking the underdog. Oh, no, actually, they have him with the projected victory by a couple points here. What about you, True? Who are you taking in this one?
What were the matchups? Because I can only see part of it.
We got Lamar Jackson, Alvin Kamara,
Mm.
Chris Carson, DeAndre
Ooh.
Hopkins, Cooper Kupp, Gronk, Will
Oh,
Fuller,
nice.
and Ravens defense taking on Seahawks D, Raheem Mostert, Evan Ingram, Juju Smith-Schuster, Julio Jones, Edwards-Helaire, Todd Gurley, and Patrick Mahomes.
Taking the first team.
All right, so I think
Definitely taking the first team.
yeah, I can see this one going either way, like a 51-49 type percent, but oof. I think I'm gonna go with What in the Hell in this one, but it could really go 8-3-1 here. But I think we're all three taking What in the Hell this week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think but those receivers, I mean, Juju went off last week. Julio did fine. So I mean, are they going to have a good week too? That's the question with all of these guys. So we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, I think we all got What in the Hell in this one.
Yeah.
But I mean, it really could be.
It could go either way, but just from first hearing it, I'm just taking, what in the hell,
What in the hell? Just take a shot, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
So for our next matchup, we have Big Scott Mick Lombardi. Big Mick Scott Lombardi and Mariota had a little lamb. So with a lot of injuries, that's never good when you just see all those little red news tabs next to all your players' names.
Mm-hmm.
Cohen worries me because I believe David Montgomery is back to normal, so he's going to be able to take more of the workload back next week against the Giants. But I could see Tariq Cohen popping off a couple long ones, just getting behind that line and making a linebacker miss. I think as long as he goes north, he can put up some big points.
Mm-hmm.
And Aaron Jones is usually solid every time he plays outside his division. Or the Vikings. He usually beats them up.
All right, so Big Mick Scott Lombardi has Deshaun Watson, Aaron Jones, Tyreek Cohen, Julian Edelman, Calvin Ridley, Kyle Rudolph, Hunter Henry, and the Niners defense. And our number 3 pick in the draft, Mason Crosby at kicker.
The shocker.
Taking on Derek Carr, James Conner, Josh Jacobs, Michael Thomas, Kendrick Galladay, Travis Kelce, Delaney Walker, and Bills defense. So a lot of banged up pieces here for Mariota had a little lamb. Also,
they did say Thomas is going to be out for a little bit.
Yeah, I think that there's too many injuries here to take. Mariota had a little lamb this week, even though a little bit more favorable matchups. I the injuries piled up real quick. So
I mean, getting out the way week 1, not in the championship.
Yeah, so I'm going Big Mick Scott Lombardi this week.
Yeah, if there's not some changes to this lineup, then I'm locking in Scotty McLombardi.
What you take here, Tree?
My take is I'm going with Mariota had a little lamb. I think that Josh Jacobs, running back, Michael Thomas, and I think Travis Kelce will be a nice little hot hand going.
No,
So
Michael.
I'm on that.
Coach has already said he's going to be out for a little bit.
Mike Thomas?
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
He's under doubtful.
Oh, okay.
Doubtful means no.
Okay.
Questionable means kind of not really
Gotcha.
possible.
I didn't see that. Okay. Well, I think I'm wrong with y'all. Same one. Scotty?
Yeah, it looks like the projections say the same. Yep. Okay, so let's see.
So next we got Bravehearts 2020 taking on Bang Bang Niner Gang in a clash of the other two undefeated teams. So let's take a look here at Bravehearts, which is Drew's team. We got Russell Wilson, Ezekiel Elliott, Delvin Cook, Mike Evans, Dante Metcalf, T. Higgins. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's not T. Higgins. Who is that? Tyler Higbee?
Yes, sir.
Higsby.
Oh, Higbee. Okay. Okay. Lazard, the tight receiver from Green Bay. And the Rams defense taking on Kyler Murray, Saquon Barkley, Nick Chubb, Devontae Adams, Chris Godwin, Mark Andrews, Kenyon Drake, and the Steelers defense. It's pretty good.
Godwin is doubtful.
Questionable. This is a pretty even matchup. I think
Yep.
Bravehearts has the advantage here at the running back position, at the quarterback position. Maybe
Nick Chubb could always go off.
always got to worry about Mark Andrews.
Adams always worries me.
Kenyon Drake goes off. I think I'm going to take Bravehearts here in this matchup. I think I got them the slight advantage. You know what?
That question Mike Evans, I don't like, though.
All right. So
Yeah,
what
I'm gonna go with Bravehearts on this one too. I think that his players just have more of a capability of popping off this week. I like the matchups that they're playing rather than the players. So
yeah, styles make fights, matchups make fantasy points here.
like Kyle Murray versus coming off a rejuvenated Washington who finally has momentum for the first time in 14 years. So it's like, so let's see if Washington keeps that momentum going into this next round and really put it on the rookie or the, sophomore.
All right. Let's get to the last matchup of the week. We have the Yaga Man Your boy, yours truly, taking host that boast. So why don't you talk us through who you got here in your lineup? Or actually, you know what?
The
Go ahead.
winners.
I'll run down, and then you give me the breakdown of the match. So for the Yaga man, you got Aaron Rodgers, Derrick Henry, Austin Eckler, Adam Thielen, Amari Cooper, Zach Ertz, Sammy Watkins, and the Titans defense this week taking on Drew Brees, Malcolm Brown, Christian McCaffrey,
That's right, True. That's right.
Ed Robinson,
I got him.
Tyler Lockett,
Yep.
Tyreek Hill, and the Bears defense. So
I think the Bears defense is going to have a lot better showing against the Giants.
I remember the last time they played the Giants. They gave one of the Giants their only victories.
Yeah, they really played down to their level that day.
Yeah, Bears have a bad playing down.
Miss
So.
kicked in overtime, I believe. Really, thanks, Parky. So, I'll put that one on Parky. It was an overtime loss, but no. This one I believe is going to be at Soldier Field, so we get the home field advantage for the first time. Even though there's no fans, I just think that Daniel Jones, as long as we can wait, he's the starter, right? Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as long as we don't let him do nothing crazy, Bears defense should do pretty well. I mean, we just went against Matt Stafford, who came out fresh, just guns blazing for the whole first half, and then defense tightened up a little bit. The other one is I like Tyreek Hill against that secondary.
Yeah, I think
Like Brown might be the one that might either hurt me or make me this week, and my tight end as well. I'm gonna go with Greg Olson again. See if he can't do more than 30 yards in a catch. So why don't you walk me through your team? Why do you think you're gonna win? Because you're not.
I don't think I'm gonna win any week. It's all luck of the fantasy draw here. A little bit of skill involved, but we it's definitely a game of somebody else performing to their highest abilities. So I don't I know any given week, an injury, bad day, weather, anything can affect fantasy football. So for what I believe, my team is going to go out there and do work. Got Aaron Rodgers coming off of a hot performance, taking on a division rival, Detroit Lions. They're missing Slay. He knows that defensive scheme already. He's played against it a couple years. His receivers are healthy. He's healthy.
Trubisky shredded him.
So I think Aaron Rodgers might be able to make some noise this week. Then you got Derrick Henry coming off as a slow week. He just got paid a lot of money. I don't think he's in too good of a mood. I think he's going to take it out on Jacksonville like he normally does. Austin Eckler and Sammy Watkins are my wild cards this week. Sammy Watkins had a really good first week, got a lot of targets, had 9 targets against his first week's matchup against the Texans. So I think against the Chargers here, when you got Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce taking up all these other majority of the attention on defense, that Sammy Watkins can maybe steal a touchdown or two. Other
Hey,
than that, take
you-
a chance on Titans defense. Jacksonville wasn't looking so hot. So that's kind of my strategy going in. I'm taking some shots this week. Gotta go big, go home. So going big this week.
Yeah, it's a big game too, because I mean, an 0-1 starts. It's not the end of the world, but whenever you start getting 0-2, 0-3, it's starts becoming a trend.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to end week 4 less than 2-2. That's for sure.
Oh yeah. Who do you got in this one, True?
See here. It's a pretty tight one right here. Ooh,
It's tough.
yeah, it's a real tough one. It can go really either way. Oh, I see. The host at Bose picked up my running back though. I
Yeah.
like that move. So I'm gonna go the Yaga man.
Ha!
I'm gonna go the Yaga man in this one. I
That's
think
fun.
Aaron Rodgers gonna outperform Breeze. Derrick
Soft.
Henry's gonna get his feed. I'm just hoping for the Yaga man, just because he took my running back, like he
I'm
did my quarterback.
like it's
Yeah.
cool and all, but you could always throw out a trade.
Yeah, I know. I'm just playing. Oh yeah,
Grudges run deep in this fantasy league. That's all. That's
that's
all.
it.
That's all.
Still mad at something that happened 4 seasons ago. No,
All right.
I don't know
So
what it is.
now let's give us who's the lock of the week for you guys? Who you think's for sure winning this week?
Yaga man. um,
What in the hell?
yeah, I like what in the hell against an injured Mariota had a little lamb.
Yeah, I think this is gonna be the closest week out of all.
Wait, no. That was Big Scott Lombardi. That's gonna be my lot.
Ooh, okay.
Over
My
Mariota, yeah.
my lock of the week is gonna be Bravehearts. I think
Woo!
so. You got to take out last week's lock of the week.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I'm pretty excited for that Marmaden's What in the Hell match. I think that might be the highlight one of the week. That might be the high scorer.
Yeah, there's a lot of points that can be had in that game.
Yeah, a lot of good matchups for their players, and we'll have to see. We'll have to see. I mean, we got fantasy pickups by players. We got them switching out. Let's see who abandons their strategy early and who sticks with it, and see if their players can bounce back or continue to stay the same. How you feeling about this week, True?
No, I'm definitely feeling good. I feel like I feel like my players to just, they have big play potential at any time. So I'm just going with people who are good. The teams are concentrating on getting the attempts to, and then, off of that being possibly big play players, So that's what I'm going for.
Gotcha.
Hmm.
And we're who's our Thursday night game? The Browns versus
Browns versus Bengals division matchup.
Mm.
Joe Burrow taking on Johnny Manziel. Who must
Mm-hmm.
fall? It's Johnny Manziel versus Johnny Manziel.
Junior. Yep. So I mean,
Baker Mayfield taking on Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow looked pretty good in his first game. Made some plays. Got a little bit of feel what the NFL's like. So it'll be interesting to see what he can do against the Browns defense, who isn't very tough.
Yeah, it'll be another good testing ground for him to see where he's really at. Because I mean, the Browns, they're gonna put it on you, but I mean, there's definitely plays to be made, and be able to see if Burrow can make these kind of plays in the NFL will be nice. But he is just a rookie, so y'all got to be a little patient with him.
He needs to make plays now.
Now are you 5?
He is the face of this franchise. He is the face of the NFL. If he's not throwing more touchdowns than Aaron Rodgers every week, then he needs to sit on the bench.
Burrow, you're 5. True. Get in.
According to social media, of course. That's what it feels like nowadays.
So
Yeah.
It's like, hey, man, they're trying to help the real team win football. Fantasy is a side product.
Oh, yeah, I feel it.
no, I
So,
feel like
it's
I feel
interesting
like
because
it might influence some players sometimes. Third stringers, they're like, "Oh, I got a lot of money on this game." No, I feel like sports gambling. I mean, that's got to be a real tough thing for athletes to stay away from. I mean, some of the best, they
Yep.
love to gamble, like Michael Iverson. You know,
hey, gambling's an addiction. So is fantasy football, folks.
everything's an addiction if you do it enough.
That's right. The sickness with us, but we love it. Best sickness you can get.
Well, do you guys got any kind of closing comments here on week 2 matchups and predictions?
Yaga Man tasted his own blood week 1. Not a fan. He's out for blood too.
Well, definitely.
What you got to say, Mr. Braveheart?
No, I'm just looking forward to it. It's fun. We picked up some new people, but we'll see if even there are further changes in the lineups for teams. See what the next waiver wire is. These players actually even matter or not. That's what I want to see.
Yep. Week 1 lineup does not match week 16 lineup.
At all.
Usually only about 30% of it.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I believe that True needs to lose, and so does Yaga Man, because I need to get back up there tied with the top of the rankings.
Alex is just out for blood.
I'm
What's
out
going on with you,
business.
Alex?
I mean,
Push my quarterback to my running back now.
I'm a
What's
business
going on?
major, and if you're gonna make
That's it. I feel it.
at least that's what they tell. That's what my teachers tell me. I don't know if it's true or not yet.
I feel it.
No, that's just my Russian side. The Baba Yaga in me. Well, other than that, I mean, I think that's all we're gonna have for this episode. But stay tuned. We have more of our fantasy football and NFL lineups, predictions. We have UFC event coming up this weekend. We'll have predictions as well. And if you haven't already, check out the latest episode of Alex and an Athlete, where we interviewed state wrestler Alex Labrowski. Very fun interview. So, everybody, you have yourselves a great night, and we will see you next time here at the Scott Sportscast.